Hello everyone, I am Dr. Priya from Department of Human Development, Avinash Lingam University, Home Science, Coimbatore. Today we are going to learn about promoting contribution of parents and teacher for overall development of children. Let us start with the introduction. In the era of 21st century of universal education and development, every individual needs proper guidance and counseling for the betterment of life in all the way. A large number of children are confused while deciding to choose their education, career, life due to pressure from parents, peer groups and friends. They also find themselves in many professional problems of adjustment, and it is also become a quite complex for social scientists who have to turn their attention to understand it. This is not only the role of social scientists but also the role of parents and teachers to promote them in a healthy way. The parents and teachers should work together for children for better mental health, to develop self-confidence, understanding, self-control and ability to work efficiently. This strength of human contribution can be upgraded through counseling and guidance. Every individual is born incomplete and inadequate in himself. No person is self-sufficient in any stages of their life. Hence, for the satisfaction of his needs and to be successful in life, he depends very much upon help of others. Right from the beginning of his life till the end of his life, he depends on others for the having a happy and peaceful life. From this point of view, parents and teachers has a major role considered as essential contribution to overall development of children. Objectives: to learn the concept of child development, to know the importance of parent-teacher contribution, to understand parental contribution towards child development, to know the teacher contribution towards child development, to identify the role of parents and teachers to foster the child development. Now we will look into the concept of child development. The concept of overall development of child is neither precise nor concise and lack the clarity. The basic question is, what is child? What is the development? Why development is important? Why the parental and teacher contribution is important for every child. Biologically, a child is one human being between the stages of birth and puberty. Some parents value the child as a basis of happiness, some other feel it is an opportunity to realize their dreams, and some other think that they are the protection to their old age, and some may feel it is a burden. Development is the process of adapting, learning and bringing changes in human life and survival. The pace and pattern of child development vary from one child to other depending on the availability of resources and stimulation. This development has several aspects such as physical, emotional, social, spiritual, moral, intellectual and ethical. The family is the primary group of society. Its characteristics features in the effective bonds among the members in the family and a concern for each other. Family relations are broadly of two types: the parent-child relationship and the husband and wife relationships. When the members of the family are disowned and tensed, distressed and misery are the natural outcomes of which directly affects the development of the children. Parents, teachers, siblings, elder members in the family, friends play an important role in the child development, and more importantly, the parents and teachers have a critical role in overall development of a child. Over the years, many literatures have been documented that importance and role of parents towards the children for all-round development of the children. Parents' involvement in academic activities, behavioral problems, social functioning will help to access the actual problem of the early stages. Parental contribution generally thought of an avenue of promoting emotional, social, behavioral, academic performance. However, parent involvement may also enhance children behavior in the classroom and at the home, as both parents and teacher work together to enhance the proper functioning and address behavioral problems. Now we will see how parent and teacher contribution is important. Parents and teachers play a vital role for providing harmonious development of children. Most problem children are products of the problem homes. The disturbing features in the home affect the development of child. Parent counseling is aimed at helping parents to become sensitive to the possible adverse effect of their behavior of their children. By helping parents gain understanding of themselves, of their own and personalities, much harmony could be affected. Parent counseling deals with the area of parent-child relationship concerning the dimensions of independence and dependence. Most parents are deeply concerned about the well-being of their children and are afraid that they left themselves, the children may harm themselves. Hence, they become overprotective, which is written by the children. Teachers must also play a major role in listening to a child, including interpreting the words and actions. Listening skills helps a teacher to determine child's needs and aids in fostering the child development. Teachers usually communicate with many people in school settings throughout the day. For example, parents, many children, staffs, public, administrators, doctors, and psychiatrists. Teachers must be prepared to communicate with all of these, seeking advices, asking questions, and sharing experiences of school environment. To nurture is to nourish. When teacher contributes himself in nurturing a child, encompasses all aspects of development. Teacher has to nurture a child in rules, regulations, curriculum activities, positive behaviors, discipline, learning developmentally appropriate behaviors, which makes every child to be a successful human being. Teachers should be counseled and trained to have direct conversation with the children and parents to make daily activities meaningful through the incorporation of child experiences in the school. Teachers today are expected to prepare eternally more diverse group of children in the classroom, focusing children in small group for challenging work such as framing problems, finding solutions, learning of their own problems, cooperative work, and etc. Teachers are not only involving in the curriculum but also expected to identify the problem behaviors and observing child's activities. Teachers play enormous role in nurturing the intellectual and social development of the children. The teacher's instructions should impart every child in determining the future prospects of their life. Children with special needs are also given equal opportunity to participate in their classroom, not being left out. Now we will see how parental contribution work towards the child development. It is required for proper growth and development, to fulfill special needs of the children, to make adjustments in school, to provide educational and vocational needs of the children, to be aware of problems concerning physical health, to overcome emotional problems, to repair social and adjustmental problems, to face complex nature of the society, to fill bridge gap between the school and the home, to make proper use of leisure time. We'll look into the first one, for proper growth and development. It involves the knowledge of health, nutrition, hygiene such as food, nutrients, cleanliness, sanitation, and sound health. Parents should form positive attitude towards each and every aspect of life such as home, school, teachers, friends, society, etc. Parents are also aware of general habits of their children, routine work, and related activities which understand one's strengths and limitations. As our society is growing more complex, the home is becoming more unimportant, and the relationship between parents and children are also becoming gradually more uncordial. Parental attachments are very essential for normal growth and development of child, which also helps to build positive relationship with their peer groups. The parental attitudes, desires, ambitions, parental emotions, and social maturity all have strong bearing on the development of children. The second one is to fulfill the special needs of the children. Resolving the problems of exceptional, gifted and slow learner, dull children, fast learner, physically challenged, socially and culturally deprived, emotionally disturbed children. All these categories of children are also to be given equal opportunities wherever his potential fall. Parents have the responsibility to develop children's abilities to the optimum level growth. Third one is to make adjustments in school. Some children face problems in the school such as personality differences with teachers, problem with the peer group, etc. Parents have to identify the problems and train the children to develop enough adaptability to adjust himself first. Parents should help their children to become socially useful. The fourth one is to provide educational and vocational needs of the children. Proper adjustment in the school leads to desirable progress in studies as well as the curricular activities. Education in democratic country must be concerned with the development of personality as well as socially responsible and intelligent citizens. For achieving these objectives, parental efforts may help in achieving educational goals. Parents should help the children in choice of curriculum, books, co-curricular activities, vocational adjustments, and help to prepare entire progresses. The fifth one is to be aware of problems concerning physical health. The most important developmental changes that takes place in the body of a person during adolescence period mark changes in the height, weight, bodily proportions, voice, secondary and sexual characteristics, and physiological symptoms that takes place. Parents should be communicate with their children to accept the realities of life to face the challenges. The next one is to overcome emotional problems. Children and adolescent period marked by different emotional behavioral problems. Parents have a vital role in development of emotions and can help them to express their feelings through guiding them in a proper way and also help them to feel better to reduce behavioral problems. Parents are also should be aware of their own negative emotions and thoughts while interacting with the child. Defects of parental character and lack of parental affection frustrate their child basic needs and security as well as support. Parental stress can lead to disruption in proper parenting. So, caring towards our emotions also meet the needs of our children. The next one is to repair social adjustmental problems. Man is a social animal. Social development is essential for normal adjustment in the society. Inferiority complex, over-dependency, deviant behaviors, moral and social outbursts can be observed when children face problems in the social adjustments. Parents must reinforce positive behaviors and punish negative ones and avoid intermittent reinforces. Intermittent reinforce is nothing but inconsistent response to the behavior of another person. For example, if a sibling witness another sibling perform unacceptable social behavior which is not punished by the parent, and that child will be more likely to exhibit the same behavior since he did not see the parent punishing to the child. However, parents must be very careful to reinforce negative behaviors. The next one is to face complex nature of society. The increasing population multiplying the problems of society. Our social, economical, political system is becoming more complex. Children are facing many problems in changing scenario, and extensive complex and social organisms exist for dealing with such type of children with difficulties. Parents should raise the young children in a healthy manner with safe, secure, loving and supportive environment that offer a child to become a productive member in the society. The ninth one is to fill the bridge gap between the school and home. Home is the first school for the child and parent is the first teacher. Every parent should engage in child's learning. Communication is the key to collaboration. For focus on positive achievements in parent-teacher meetings will enhance and fill the gap between home-school relationships. The 10th one is to make proper use of leisure time. Every child has leisure time in his life. It is also defined as an activity apart from the obligation of school, work, family, society, and can be used for relaxation and creative talents. When it comes to overall development of the children, leisure time activities are just important as education. Parents should engage their children in play, especially when they are very young, which helps them to develop cognitive, motor skills as well as emotional skills. Now we will see how teacher contribution towards the child development. It is important that every teacher recognizes the status of children in school environment, and the way that teacher interacts with the children encourages in social, emotional and cognitive development. Some children may require more time to acquire knowledge, skills to perform according to his peer group. When young children are unable to perform better in classroom or school environment, They usually labeled as slow learners or children with learning disabilities. It's a teacher's role to contribute special attention to help and address their difficulties. Even teacher can get a professional help to overcome such type of problems. These points are: teacher should identify the different learning needs of the children. She also make the classroom enriched with proper learning environment. To identify school readiness among children. Teacher has to assist school management in designing an appropriate school environment and curriculum, especially in early years where the maximum development occurs. Every teacher has to screen the children in their learning styles, emotional problems, temperamental styles, cognitive abilities, physical development, and so on. Teacher has to be arranged training, workshops, seminar, discussions if he finds difficult to cope up with such type of children. Parent-teacher meetings can be arranged to help parent to know about child development outside the school settings. Working with the preschool children. Early childhood educators should foster the acceptance of socially incomplete child. She generally finds this attitude miserably by peers. But the teacher aim is to focus on promoting age-appropriate communication skills provided in a positive, acceptable manner in the society. Working with elementary school children. Teachers should address academic strength of the child, which also promotes development of his social skills. The teacher must help the child to contribute opportunities, encourage social interactions for optimal growth. Students with problems experiences rejection in school activities. To avoid these humiliating situations, teachers should motivate those type of children to involve in social skill activities. For example, carom board activity, card games, group activities. Games facilitate children to foster social skills or developments in the classroom. Such activities make the children to utilize variety of social skills. Working with secondary school students. Teachers in high school must be aware of peer rejection or social rejection. During adolescence, it is important to know that whether the student is accepted by the peer or rejected. The teacher can provide children with comfortable, acceptable environment in school, which helps him to develop socially acceptable behavior. Teacher has to attend children's emotional needs more effectively whenever it is necessary. She also encourages every child to express their feelings and emotions adequately. There are certain tips for parents and teachers to foster the child development. The first one is self-awareness. Try to be aware of your mood and thoughts. You can attend your child's emotional and psychological needs only when you are in good mental health. Stay positive. Try to relax yourself. It's a way to stress management. Schedule pleasant activities which you can participate with friends or children. Take time to be with your spouse, which all rejuvenate your perform to better in all activities. Be sensitive to your child's feelings. Observing child's behavior and listening to him to identify what child needs. Encouraging child to express his feelings, emotions verbally. But be sensitive to both verbal and non-verbal expressions of child and his voice tones. Accept your child feelings. Whether your child has positive or negative emotions, it could be accepted and slowly the negative emotions can be eradicated. Increase your child vocabulary so that he can identify and express his feelings adequately. Be empathetic to your child feelings. Avoid being judgmental and critical. Avoid giving advices when he really frustrated. Guide your child to evaluate his problem. Teachers and parents both has to guide the child to identify his own problems and find solutions to solve independently. Help the child to handle mistakes and failures. Motivation and encouragement will help the child to improve problem solving strategies. Engage in child activities. Play is the better tool for developing skills and promoting bond between you and your child. Engage in activities which you and your children enjoy doing together. Schedule special talk with the children. Some children do not express their emotions what exactly she or he experiencing. Routine discussion with the children regarding their problems, their experiences will help them to tell actual problem what he is experiencing. Try to get your child to talk with you about his activities, interests, likes and dislikes. Give encouragement and positive feedback. Encouragement and acknowledge your child accomplishments and strengths. Small things done by child should be encouraged and rewarded. This will help him to work up with him potentials. Focus more on child efforts rather than mistakes or outcomes. Let's move on to conclusion part. Parents and teachers both are role models to every child in their overall development. Teaching child desirable social behaviors, participating in group activities, providing emotional support, build up child's sense of belongingness. Proper parenting and supports normal development of the child, and a good teacher brings the child a socially acceptable individual. Children behave, react and imitate their parents, so parents must play an important role in encouraging, motivating their children to learn many things. Likewise, teachers are also nurture the children in learning and providing various experiences to face challenges in life. Teacher's role is to make every child an independent learner. Well-planned teacher has a more power to bring up the positive outputs in every child and also make him independent. Trust and mutual understanding between the parents and teacher is the real foundation of child's happiness. Parental support and cooperativeness help the teacher to connect, understand and work together to bring positive changes in the child. A good parent-teacher relationship leads to a healthy development in the children. Now let's wind up the session, and I hope you understood the concept of overall development of the children and how parents and teachers are involving in overall development of the child growth. Thank you.